So I'm here today to tell you a little bit about the community conversations that we're offering as part of the conflict transformation week. And for those of you who don't know what CTW are or who we are, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that first. So we're a group of MVC practitioners and facilitators, and we help support MVC communities in the UK to preempt and respond to conflicts. This started with Joe and Kerry and Sarah offering, putting together training around building restorative systems and really looking at how conflict played a part in our community in the UK. And we now also offer, some different trainings and structures, looking at structures and ways of preempting conflict. And we're part of MVC Matters now. And you can find out more about us at ctwuk.com. And just to mention, there's now others involved too. So Subangili, who's not in this picture, and Danny and myself, and sometimes Tom. So our vision's a vibrant world full of robust and resilient relationships in which we step towards each other and grow from conflict. And our mission's to preempt and transform conflict within the MVC UK network, so that we can strengthen the potential of MVC to support social change. And as part of those conversations, one thing that came out was how helpful it is to have more chances to connect and build relationships as a community, and to talk about the things that are difficult, especially if there's tension, if there's differences, and how all that's part of building resilience around conflict. So we started to have the idea of community conversations. So these are hosted conversations which we put on for MVC UK community. And we've done a few already, which I'll talk about, and we've got some more coming up. And to give you a bit more an idea, the idea is they'd be outward looking and engaging with the challenges facing us, responding to need and interest what's alive in the MVC community. We really want to serve that. And responsive to and raising awareness of what's topical and emergent in the world too. And open to anyone in the MVC UK network. And we want to have greater connectivity and more awareness and more of a systemic lens as well. So we had a few already. So we've had one around MVC and racism, and one around developing our internal structure, so a conflict support process, and really getting different feedback into that. And we had one about the certification process as well. And there's lots of topics emerging, and some of those, coming up are around MVC and social change. I'll talk a bit more of that in a second. We're also, having conversations around neurodiversity and class, and also some things that are coming up, and we want to include in awareness around COP26 and Extinction Rebellion and other social movements, amongst other things. So some of the conversations, we might bring up something where there's different perspectives. Maybe we find out from the Rise Up list, or maybe we hear these conversations in our community and we can host something around that. Other things we want to bring, maybe we've seen something like a podcast or a book which increases awareness, and we think it will help deepen understanding around conflict and non-violence and social justice. And conversations about our processes as well, to share resources and increase learning and get more perspectives into what we're doing. And there might also be conversations that other people in the community generate. So that's something that we're going to develop over time. And so that's a little bit about the background, and I want to let you know what's coming up. So I'm just going to share our website so you can know how to find out. So if you go to ctwuk.com, you can find out a bit more about who we are and what we offer. And there's also loads of really good resources that we're building up. Anything that can support us to have less conflict and to create systems that actually embed the values that we will have, and a bit of a systemic lens on that. And if you go to what we offer and then community conversations, this will be updated each time we organise a new conversation. So our idea is to have these once a month, once we've had a bit of a summer break. So the first one's going to be 17th of September, around how do I use MVC to create the social change I want to see in the world. And then we'll have one on the 15th of October, probably around COP26 in the lead up to that. And then one in November, on the 19th of November. And yeah, on one of those other topics that's emerging, possibly neurodiversity or class, and we'll let you know. So yeah, we'll keep this updated and we'll be sending out some comms when we have more detail, and we'd really love to see you there. And if you have suggestions or questions, you can let me know. My email's there or through the CTW website. Yeah, hope that was helpful. See you soon, hopefully.